ओके। हेलो दोस्तों, मेरे चैनल में आपका फिर से स्वागत है। अपने साथ है अभी अरित्रा मुखर्जी। अरित्रा, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक यू वेरी मच संडे को इतने सुबह सुबह मुझे उठाने के लिए एंड ये इंटरव्यू के लिए। सो अरित्रा, वेलकम टू द चैनल। दोस्तों, जो लोग नहीं जानते अरित्रा कौन है, अरित्रा इज द ब्रांड एम्बेसडर ऑफ यूनिटी। सुबह सुबह उठाओ ना, तो मैं भी थोड़ा ये हो गया हूँ, थोड़ा नींद में हूँ अभी भी। So welcome to the channel, Aritra. I would like you to give your introduction to the audience, and let's begin this session. We will have a Q&A. We'll read out comments and all, and we'll have a lot of fun. Aritra, can you hear me?
Yes, Nikhil.
Yeah. Sure, Aritra. So you can start with your introduction.
Sure. So, hi everyone. I'm not seeing the audience feedback. I'm not being able to see the audience feedback. First of all, thanks, Nikhil, to invite me. A bit of introduction about me. I was like, I was, the brand ambassador of Unity. I served Unity for a contract of 6 months, and then I'm working with Zebu Animation. I'm training their team. I'm working with awesome projects with Lego, and then doing theme park rides, making like having a blast with guys who have made almost most of the theme park rides of Universal. And I'll tell you a bit about how I started, and it was like it is all for all of us. We all started without I mean none of us knew that we are actually going to make a career out of this. And it's like, I mean, there is this little kid who hates HTML, and then suddenly in his school, it was on standard fifth, like he's a really little kid who hates HTML, and suddenly the school gives you a task that, okay, let's make some cool websites. And suddenly I find myself with the HTML. It is just the code, the me and the computer. And end of 2 or 3 days, I have a travel blog. I have like something like a travel blog, because I was like just playing around. I was clicking buttons. I was coding to click buttons. I was letting the users do anything they want. And then like I had this luck of having my computer from like and I had this computer from very young. I mean, when I was in standard fourth, and it is for most of us, like most of us late 90s kids, we got our computers really young, and our dads took us to play games, to cafes and all. And when we slowly got inspired into how these things work, and we were slowly digging on how these things come up together. And then I remember I started modding in GTA. I read a lot of books from Alan Thorne. I read a lot of programming books, and stumbled across the Unity. And it has only been like 5 years I have started developing this, and I attempted a release of I attempted actually two releases of the first one usually fails. In fact, the first 20 times it fails. If you like try 20 times, and that's how you learn. And then on the second try, I got my game greenlit, and I knew that this is something that I was about to do going ahead.
Awesome.
And then I started teaching people. Then I started training my college friends on Unity. And then I started making mobile games, got selected by Google, got invited by Google IGA, and then got trained by them on a 1:1 mentorship. I was quite doing good. And like, because Unity was just growing at that time, and like none of the tools you have now. I mean, I'm pretty much jealous. I'm pretty much jealous of 2019.4 or 2020, that you have all these cool tools that did not exist when I was starting up. And that was quite difficult. We have to make everything. We have to design the game architecture. We had to design all the shader workflows and do everything ourselves. And this slowly picked up. We got hired by Unity, and then like I made a career out of this.
Awesome, awesome. And Aritra, I also keep on checking your Instagram channel, right? Instagram handle,
Yes,
and
yes.
There are so many
Yeah.
cool stuff that you do over there. It's
Yeah.
genuinely a visual delight to always go through your Instagram. So whoever is over here, I would request to please go and audio is a bit messed up, I think.
As my audio?
Not from your side. I think on
Okay.
my side the audio is kind of echoing because there's some double audio or something. I'm
Double
reading
audios.
the chat.
I can't hear it. Maybe something for the streaming. Something for the streaming.
I guess so. Just a sec. I think I need to check the audio part because I kind of I turned on the mic and then but then because of that now this thing is going on.
You'll get a feedback every time.
Yeah. So I what I'll do is I'll just quickly. I think if I keep a earphone, maybe that will solve the problem.
Might be.
Uh, but now I am facing an issue of this thing. Okay, let's see. Let's check. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. So sorry for this inconvenience. Okay. Just a sec. I will restart my OB. We are live now. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Okay. I can hear you well and good now, and I hope so can the audience as well. I hope there is no echo now. Guys, please let us know if there is any echo in the audio now or if it's fine now. Uh, Aritra, I would also like to request you to start the watch page of this stream so that we can talk to the audience live because there are a lot of questions.
Okay. Okay.
There is
Sure.
one question there is from this Ankit Singh. Maybe if you might be aware or not, I don't know. Unity is coded in which language? Do you have any idea?
Yes, see, Unity internally is coded. I mean, like you can get access to the internal codes. It's always the game engines are always root level, so it is always C++ and C if you go down the line. But
Yeah.
the engine lets you use a backend of C sharp. I mean, you can you can make your like uh, previously. I mean, and from the very start, Unity introduced this mono behavior that has this like big library of all the functions. It internally calls for doing all the stuff, so you can code your game with C sharp. But
Also, there's one
internally,
other
if you go down
question:
the line,
is
yeah,
ECS going to take time to get verified? I,
yes, a bit maybe.
okay. And Aritra, you
You can
might.
already you can already find it on the blogs that they are saying that everyone is expecting it to come quickly, and like Unity is getting delayed, and
Yeah.
like
And Haritra,
yeah,
you mentioned that your contract with Unity was for 6 months, right?
for 6 months, yes.
I'm sorry if I made any mistake in the stream title. I've mentioned that you're still the brand ambassador of
Okay,
Unity.
yeah. Oh, we are all always like I mean, once in Unity, always in Unity kind of a thing.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And guys, I'm just putting out Aritra's Instagram handle for you guys on the screen. As you can see, he's a very talented fellow and is working on quite a few things right now. You can see
Yeah, even playing
this
my ukulele.
amazing something artwork that he
Yeah.
shared. Uh,
Yeah.
and there's some video. There's some game that you're working on, right? This is
Yes.
really cool.
Yes.
This is serious. Hashtag Unity 3D. What is this? If you could just
Yes,
explain.
Nikhil. So currently, I mean, whatever you see right now is proxy.
Okay.
Whatever I'm sharing to the audience now is proxy because we are just developing the tools for this game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not something very ambitious to me. I mean, like after I started with Unity and got settled, and like my career as a trainer and ambassador started, I took a very slow aspect to like learning game development again. I mean, I hit the reboot button and I'm learning to design slowly. I'm learning to do all the things slowly, very slowly. I mean, I'm fundamentally a programmer. I'm a really good programmer at the heart, and like I was not good at designing. I'm mostly a technical artist when I'm in the profession. I make tools. I extend the editor. I create shader. I create like tools for artists. I create tools for animators, and that is what I am by profession. But I
Awesome.
was always interested in learning the different aspects of design, the different aspects of creating feel inside a game, the fundamental drive of storytelling inside the game, and that is what I'm trying to learn while developing this game. And I have a very small team of friends who help me out, like Jilem is the 3D artist, and he's contributing for the characters. And our stories are quite short. It's nothing like a company or indie game studio kind of a thing. It's often like you make this model for us, and we gift you Fall Guys. It's like this kind of a relationship with
And
us.
Aritra, there is one
Yeah.
Bengali guy in the chat, Biswajit Chaudhary. He
Okay.
says, "Kemon
Hey,
acho
hi.
Aritra."
Darun.
Okay, and Aritra, there's one interesting question. Now you said that on a
Yeah.
root level, Unity uses C++, right? So there's a question
Yeah.
coming in the chat that why does Unity not offer C++ as a language for coding?
See, Unity. The what was the dream of Unity? Why did Unity start? Because you'd be surprised to hear, but the Miss Korea, the like previously the Miss Korea was a Unity developer.
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, Unity was made for everyone. If I asked my girlfriend to learn Unity, she would be like, "Yes, I can do this." I mean, this was made for everyone. It was that was the like fruit of democratization. And C++ is a difficult language. Now that Unity is realizing that, yes, now there is a professional, like really professional user base. People make real cash from Unity.
Yeah,
People make, like, it is no more just a game engine. It's a like metaverse. It's a metaverse of content. Now you can create. I mean the company I'm working on, it is making CG films with Unity. I mean,
wow.
with Unity, Lion King, The Jungle Book was made with Unity previously, and that got, like, Unity rolling into, and then you see Adam, that got Unity rolling into this entire segment of filmmaking, of the virtual production. And I mean, that is so exciting. I mean, from games to movies to now Unity is being used in creating presentations.
Yeah,
BMW and HP, they are creating pre-visualization. I mean, it's become a content metaverse. Like, no, you would no more want to open uh, a presentation software if you know that you can create interactive presentations in Unity, which are 3D and real time. Right.
yeah,
So this entire thing has changed. It was democratized. It was for everyone. And C sharp was a really, like, straightforward language. There's no need of, like, you don't have to manage garbage collection,
yeah,
or you don't have to really, like, I mean, think about a lot of the code structuring. Obviously, if you are developing a, like, huge game, and I mean doing it professionally, doing it for the studio, you have to come up with a lot of structuring techniques. You have to optimize how the objects, like, will behave. That will take this discussion totally technical.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Aritra,
yeah,
now that you mentioned that Miss Korea was also using Unity, I
yeah,
recently was, just stumbling upon Instagram, and
yeah.
this might be a little sensitive topic to touch upon, but I came across Sushant Singh Rajput's Instagram handle, and
Yes, yes,
he was also learning. Lots of respect to him. He's a very talented actor,
yeah, yeah,
and he was
yeah,
learning
yeah, yeah,
programming. And when I was
yeah.
looking at the post, I saw your comment over there.
Yes, 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 yes. I
S-
know. It really makes me feel so sad.
yeah,
I mean, if you just see his post where he is learning to, like, he has given a picture of the maths he is doing for some game, some
yeah,
mechanical math or something, and I just posted, like, Sushant, if you need any help, I'm there from Unity.
yeah.
And yeah, that was the last. I mean, That was the last time we tried to reach him out, and
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean, we
sad.
were really trying to reach, like, we really trying to reach him out. I messaged, I remember I messaged the head of marketing at Unity India, and I was like, let's interview Sushant. Let's contact Sushant for. And that was the last time we tried. And one day I wake up, and my mom says, "Did you hear this news?" I'm like, what?
Yeah,
What are you saying? I mean, that's crazy.
pretty sad, pretty sad. Let's hope
Yeah.
he gets the justice that he deserves. And
He was not only, I mean, like, he was not only into games, and that is what I feel so good about him. Like, I mean, you see, this is a metaverse. You have to think, like, whenever you're building, I mean, whatever you're doing, I mean, you're building a game. Well, like, I'm telling this to the audience directly. Like, whatever you're doing is not an accident. If you're trying to make a game, someday some kid standing over some corner will be watching someone play your game that you made and will be inspired by some idea to change the world. I
yeah,
mean, this is not accident. This is not accident. I mean, I remember playing games as a kid. I remember watching movies as a kid. I remember, like, reading stories as a kid, and that is all what I am now. I mean, I'm everything. I'm a summation of all of those experiences that I have gone through, and that is why I want you to, like, respect this field so much, that when you do it, take time. When you do it, like, explore the variety of things. Don't rush. I mean, this is not a part of hatred. I mean, just like, I mean, just like, pull the brakes on when you publish the game. When you
one sec, one sec,
finish
one sec.
it, yeah.
इकडे ना पाण्याचा आवाज येतो स्ट्रीम मध्ये.
So what I was saying is, like, I mean, don't rush on publishing a game directly. But does that mean you wouldn't show off your skills that you learned? Obviously, you should. I mean, if you do not show off the skills you learned, how will I know that you are learning something? Obviously, do it on Instagram, do it on Facebook, do it on. See, I mean, like, even I have did this mistake. I have, like, like, jumped rocket release. Like, yes, I know how to make a game. Like, gonna publish it, and tomorrow I'll be, like, there will be a million downloads. This is not how it works. You have to like, really be slow at it. Learn, read a lot. There are several books by Ernst Adams, and then there is a workshop of game development. There are a lot of books that you can, like, take a look through, and the more you learn, the more you start reading them, the slower you become at your approach, and
True.
that doesn't hurt you. I mean, the lesser you know, the faster you would be.
That is such a
The
that is such a powerful statement, Arthur. And
I know.
it's great. It's great. And I would like to thank Rock You for donating 100 rupees super chat. And he says, "Love you, Aritra sirs. For the first time,
Yeah.
this love you is not for me. It's for you." So,
Okay. I love you more. Yeah. Yeah.
and that's a really powerful statement, Aritra. I like the way that you've structured it. That the more you know, the slower you become. That is such
Yeah.
a small statement, but it has so much power. People
Yeah. That is
just
true.
want to rush into making the next PUBG, but they don't want to make the next maybe
I
Flappy
mean,
Bird.
don't miss life. Don't miss life. I mean, I have seen these things happen with my own
Yeah,
career as well. Uh, I wake up. I wake up. It's a feature that I want to add. I mean, see, as human beings, we can interpret stories and everything, and there is this storytelling and role playing nature of us that makes us see everything. Like, it makes us see an emotion in everything. You look at a car. You look at a car and look at a truck, and you can see that's a happy truck, that's an angry truck, that's an angry car. You can attach these emotions into, and then one day you wake up and come up with a feature that, how about this, and you immediately implement that in a game. 1 year later, you learn something, some aspect of life, and that inspires you more. And I'm like, oh, I could have done this.
true.
So wait, I mean, like, just add up. And another thing that I really want to mention to the community, because I see a lot of, I mean, I follow these hashtags, #Unity3D and #GameDev on Instagram.
Yeah,
And I mean, in this few months, in just 3 to 4 months, the content, the Unity content that coming up on those hashtags by Indian developers has taken me crazy.
Yeah,
I like, oh yes, like every three posts, every 1 out of 3 posts I see, ah, that's an Indian. That's someone from our country who's making this thing, making this content. So it really, like it engages it, and I really want to mention that be slow at it. Obviously, show off your skills on Twitter, Instagram, and take enough feedback. And those feedbacks have to be real. I mean, ruthless feedbacks, not
yeah,
like, ah, yeah, I like you. Like you'll have it will always be vulgar.
yeah,
The gaming community is always vulgar because look at the people you're making the game for.
yeah,
Look at the community you're making the game for. You're making for some, like depending on the target audience, obviously, and most of the times you're making for 16-year-old kids, 17-year-old
yeah,
kids who have really less patience. That if something annoying happens in your game, they will not leave you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to
That's
take care of that as well, right?
Yeah, and there's always this burden of expectations, right? I mean,
Yes.
if you see, it's a really creative field. The sky's the limit. People are
Yeah.
extremely creative, although
Yeah.
we feel that as though like almost all kinds of games have already been made, but still we are
Yes.
surprised almost every few months a new game comes in and then it redefines the entire genre. Like
Exactly.
I personally on my level I always keep on advocating Ludo. I get a lot of hate for it, saying that why do I appreciate Ludo? But it's a genuinely good game. I mean, if it was not a good game, it wouldn't have done good, right? Plain and
Hmm.
simple. Then there is Candy Crush. It did well. And then of course there is PUBG and Fortnite. These games have crushed the
Yes.
market and
Yes.
got
Yes. Yes.
gaming
Yes.
onto an totally different level. But this brings me to my question of a lot of people are asking in the chat. I'll take one technical question and then we'll come back to
Definitely. Definitely.
this part. There's one question
Definitely.
that what I read, yeah, any advice for URP settings for mobile in Unity? Do you have any idea on that URP settings?
Yes, yes. So, like when you're making something like very huge, like look at like you're making a scene like Call of Duty Mobile, or
Yeah.
like making a game like Call of Duty Mobile, you see, focus on. I mean, if focus on the elements and how much of those elements are, like taking part in your screen. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if there is a heavily detailed object which is like covering 10% of the scene, you can just, like reduce. Like it's always great if you reduce the entire resolution. There's a render scale field in the URP settings that you can like tweak, like bring it to 0.8, and you'll get this. You still get the same result because it's a little screen,
Okay.
and it will give you some fake anti-aliasing as well. I mean, it is not, but it will look like all the edges are smooth and all.
Cool.
And then obviously keep the shadow distances optimized, keep uh, keep the lighting settings optimized because and bake anything, bake everything you can, bake
Awesome.
everything you can
Bake
in
everything
mobile.
you can.
Yes.
Okay, so now there are two questions that I'll combine into one. Firstly, it's a question related to you, and second is a technical question. First one is
Okay.
the gamer guy asks, "Who is your inspiration?" Okay, that's one. Second question is how to get real-time lighting in Unity 2020.1.1 F1,
Ah,
as in
okay.
Unity 2019, as it has
Hmm.
changed a little. So, first question, who is your inspiration? Second is how to get real-time lighting in Unity 2020.1.1 F1.
Yes. So about speaking of inspiration, there are a lot like verticals to it. I mean, I do a lot of things. I'm learning to sketch from one of the best art directors in our country, and
Awesome.
then I'm learning ukulele. Like I'm learning to make games. I'm learning to design. And there's a lot of things to it. However, what really inspires me is this is the is when I look at everyone. I mean, I come across a lot of people and look how they behave, how they, like I love to study, and that is my entire inspiration. And if you talk about companies in general, I really love
So, is there
Playdead. I
any
really love.
mimicry coming on the way?
Uh,
Maybe.
no, I cannot mimic. I cannot mimic. But like it's always like, yeah, I mean, this is from this not like I'm very judgy,
Yeah,
but it's not like I'm judgmental. But I like to read things about people. I mean,
got
see,
it.
everyone does everything in different style. They have a different style and approach to it.
True.
We have to study that, and that gives us inspiration. Because I don't know. I mean, you meet some kid in a like meet a little kid in four different environments,
Yeah,
in a hospital, meet him in a restaurant, meet him in a airport, and you'll pick up three or five qualities that you can put in your next animatic.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you can pick up ideas from there. So, like Einstein said, like nature is the best inspiration, and
Awesome, awesome.
we can expand more on that. But if you speak about companies, I really love Playdate, Naughty Dog, and I love their take on the games rather than what I mean. A lot of hate and love. I mean, a lot of mixed emotions come up when they are releasing. Obviously, this what happened. That is the community, right? You cannot like we are not selling ice creams. You cannot
Yeah,
make everyone happy.
true, true, true.
So there are a lot of mixed emotions involved in their games, but I love their take, and I really love Santa Monica as well. And I mean I take inspiration from everyone, like everything I see, every
Awesome,
like it 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 could be a music I hear.
awesome,
For ideas, there's a lot of ways to pick up.
awesome. And
And
the next
about
question, yeah, Unity's
yeah, the
real-time
technical.
lighting. Yeah,
It is real-time lighting, yes. As you know, Unity is mostly on a mixed lighting workflow, and I think that is smart because it lets you do real-time as, like balance, like what you want to be as a part of the light map itself, or what you want the lights to calculate in real time. So it's mostly a mixed workflow, and the way you do it is like, I mean, you can use ray tracing, and you can use, like screen space reflections on post processing, and you can do a lot of other things. I mean, it's already like there are three different ways you can do lighting in Unity, like the light components, and you can see that uh, the mixed lighting. If you check, if you rely on the shadow mask mode of mixed lighting, that lets you, like bake when it is required and real time when it is real time, is amazing. I mean, it will give you real time shadows as well from dynamic objects, and it will give you baked shadows from baked lighting from objects which are marked as contribute GA. I mean, the field was changed. It was previously real time static, lighting static, but now it is contribute GI. Little things have changed, and all of this.
cool, cool, cool. Another question is, and I think a lot of the people have been very, very happy recently because of Unity's decision of introducing the dark mode free for all. So
Yeah.
why now? Why make
uh,
us wait for all these years? And why now? What was the thought process?
Unity has this, like amazing way to surprise all of us, and it is. I'm sure it will also surprise us in the end of this year. I'm pretty sure. I cannot speak much about it, but I know that
Yeah,
yeah, it is going to surprise a lot of us. And yeah, I mean, after all these years, yes, one thing is because Unity is really, uh, considerate about what the community and how the community is moving, what the community is doing about its engine.
yeah,
And a lot of requests came up. Like, look at Learn Premium.
yeah,
It was due to COVID. It was due to COVID as well. And I mean, it was just 1 or 2 months that Learn became free, and the amount of people signing up for that was booming,
yeah,
was crazy, and the massive response received was like amazing. And I was handling a lot of community events during that time,
yeah.
during those 2 months, and suddenly they're like, yes, let's make it free. I mean, it's not a kiddish decision that, okay, yeah, no, it was white, let's make it black. It's the community.
Yeah,
I mean, like if you if we start a riot, or if you, like, go out and like, Unity, do it, do it, do it, Unity will do it.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes, yes.
Uh, that's really amazing what Unity is
Yeah.
doing, and it's grown by so much. I remember using Unity way back in 2013, and from then till now, there have been small tweaks, not major tweaks, but small tweaks that have consistently added up to become bigger features. Like I
Yes,
remember,
yes.
there was this amazing plugin called NGUI back in the day,
Ah, yeah.
and then it
Yes, yes, yes.
directly became it
Yeah,
Unity UI. Now I
yeah.
see that happening with Bolt recently.
Yes,
A lot
yes.
of the audience over here, they don't know programming, which is not a bad thing. Not everyone should know
Yeah, no,
programming,
no,
right?
doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Yeah,
And that is now becoming a visual scripting now is becoming a native part of Unity. How cool is that?
yeah.
Not just that, I also like the preview
Obviously,
packages.
obviously.
So
There are a lot of things I also hate. It's not like all like plus, 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 plus.
yeah,
There is also some negative points to this. Like, I mean, see, this is Unity. I know this is a great thing that Unity is working on, like consuming the like global interest, or seeing how the community is moving, what the community is wanting. But on the other hand, there are a lot of things that Unity needs to restructure
yeah,
inside its engine. Like, now you have three different node workflows, and three of them work differently.
yeah,
You have VFX graph, you have shader graph, you have bolt, and all of this, none of them are translate to each other, and
yeah,
all of them are work differently, and it's like leaving the user confused. I mean, it took a heavy two years to convince that all the templates are the same. Just, like, it is differentiated by packages. It
yeah.
differentiated by a number of packages installed or uninstalled. I mean,
Awesome.
everyone was like, now you have URP, HTRP, default. Which one to go with? It took a whole 2 years to, like, like, make the community clear about its decision that yes, this is for URP. I mean, and even if you read the blogs, it's not, like, I mean, obviously, like, when you're reading the blogs, it's just a statement, but as an user, you are still confused. You
Yeah,
would be confused because
true.
you have a different, I mean, we all have a different take on the engine. We
Yeah,
have a different, like, perspective on the engine,
yeah.
and how we see it, how we understand it.
Aritra, there's also one client of mine who's joined the chat,
Okay.
Elevage Gaming. These
Okay.
guys
Okay.
are
Yes.
a team of three friends who approached us for making a game. Now they're
Okay.
asking, hi Nikhil, hi Aritra, can you tell us something about visual scripting and to what extent Unity supports visual scripting? Any plans from Unity for minimal coding? Now that Sharath is from the team, Sharath, Naresh, and Raghavendra. So they are like amazing team of designers and artists, and
Okay.
we
Right.
were their point of contact to rely on programming. But now that Unity
Okay.
has started visual scripting, how will this help other people and to make their own games? What's your take on that?
There are limitations to visual scripting, and I mean, like, it would get you done with most of the games. It's a quick prototyping tool, and you need to understand why visual scripting exists at the first place. It's because when designers, I mean, like, when designers start designing a game, they usually, like, go pen and paper, and they rely on you know the oldest design methods, and they need to try something out. They need to try the game out, see it in form, like, uh, like, how it translates to the computer, how it translates with the computer as the hardware, or any console as the hardware, how that design translates to this machine. Because when you're using your hand and brain on a pen and paper, and when you're using keyboard and mouse in a keyboard and mouse to play the same game, the feeling, the design, the flow of the game is totally different. I mean, it's like a melodrama, right?
Yeah,
It's like a psychic melodrama. So how that thing translates. So designers quickly need to iterate it at least once before sending it out to the programmer, and that is where visual scripting comes in. I mean, if you may plan to, like, achieve great things with visual scripting, I'm sure there is an extent, like there is a way you can extend visual scripting. There must be one programmer in your team who has this knowledge of extending the nodes, of creating new nodes of bolt that will help you get it done.
Right.
And I mean, this is this is true for every translation. It is true for shaders as well. You would say that um, this object looks different in some other engine
Yeah.
or some
Yeah.
other software. How would it look the same in Unity? It means that you need to change the workflows on how rendering happens, how shaders are, how the shader math is calculated, how the lighting is calculated, and like same with visual scripting. If you must have at least one programmer who can get you off that barrier if you come across any.
Right.
And in most cases you will be able to like solve it. In most cases you will be able to make quick prototypes of your game. And like, let me give you a simple example of game currency or game economics. If you're like uh, often, I mean, before designing an action game like the one I'm doing on Instagram,
Yeah.
I design a Monopoly board. I
Uh-huh.
design a Monopoly board. उसके ऊपर हम खेलते हैं. We
Okay.
try and play, iterate over it again and again. So there is a value flow. There is a like game economy design. The currency is flowing through all the stages of the games, all the
Hmm.
turns and all the chances that are coming up. So there is a math involved in it. So you can test it out on your visual scripting tool.
Awesome. And Aritra, this is one question that I get asked a lot, and it would be really interesting to hear from you. Unity versus Unreal. What's your pick? Now you are no longer employed with Unity, so you can feel free finally.
Unreal is an amazing engine. I'll tell you, Unreal is an amazing engine, and but it is I mean, it is not democratic. It is not as democratized as Unity. Unreal is democratizing. Obviously, we see a lot of blog posts, community hype, and then Unreal is also like working. I have friends from Unreal. I also have a lot of friends who work in Unreal. I mean, even on the like top tier levels, and I mean, they are like they are also democratizing, and it's a fairly great engine, and it supports SDF lighting, which makes
Yeah,
everything look really good,
true.
which makes like look, the post processing is so correct, and you have like you can do a lot with shaders, you can do a lot like customizations, but yes, it is a bit difficult from Unity. But I'll tell you one thing about engines. There is a myth about engines
Yeah,
that all these engines are like, if you can do this in Blender,
yeah,
you can do this somewhere else as well.
yeah.
The workflow needs to change. You need to work on the workflow. Well, I mean, I know you'd be like, I hate this engine. If you cannot change the workflow, don't use that engine. It is that simple.
True, true, true.
Because
And
there is nothing, there is no commitment. And this has to be made at the root level. I mean, when you're starting to make the product,
correct.
not like and yes, a lot of people can actually use Unity to prototype their games and then like make a better version, or Unreal, make a like, see, do things like this. The design is the core. The design is the core of your game. If you make a mobile version with Unity and a PC version with Unreal, I'll tell you, no one is going to start a fight with you. Everyone
True,
wants the product.
true,
Everyone wants the end product.
true, true, true. That's
But yes,
yeah.
but yes, what I love about Unity the most right now, that Unity is slowly seeping into AAA. Unity is slowly coming into AAA, and Unity has seen a lot of great games in the past as well that were made from PC. And after a really really long time, we are seeing a success of Fall Guys.
Yeah, I'm yet to play that game, but that's
Yeah,
that's a
it's
really
really
good
fun.
game.
See. I mean, from a graphics point of view, you'd be like, where is photorealism?
Yeah,
No one gives a damn about photorealism, because if all the games, let's see, if all the games were photorealistic, they would feel the same, and there's a lot of design limitations with photorealism as well. If you want to do photorealism, they will like come with a lot of design uh, barriers, and that is what next gen target. That is what the next gen target.
True.
But at the fundamental level, you have to give your game a distinct look that looks different from everything else. You'd be like, I hate low poly. Uh, but have you tried going low poly with shaders that look like the Spider Verse movie?
Yeah. And this is something I also like about
Yeah,
the creative aspect is that not everything should look the same. Like there was this company Telltale Games who made such amazing games, and their art
yeah.
style was completely different. It followed more like a Borderlands approach.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
one thing. I'll
sure.
just look at the all the PlayStation 5 releases.
Yeah,
How many games are photorealistic?
true, true, true. Absolutely true. And it's not about graphics, right? It's not about graphics. It's about the gameplay. It's how, as you
Exactly,
mentioned,
absolutely.
it's that one kid who gets inspired by playing some game that you made, and you are completely unaware of the impact that your creation has caused so
Yes.
much impact in that one person's life, that maybe they made their entire mission to just
Yeah,
make
change.
games or
Their
explore.
entire life would change.
Yeah,
Not only make games, it will change the entire view how they see the world, and how they question, how they challenge what is happening in the world. Everything would change.
true, true, true. That is really great, man, and it's a really delight to be able
So
to
that
talk.
is that is why that is why you should realize the responsibility. We as professionals, we all have a responsibility. A
Yeah,
driver has his responsibility to not crash his car.
yeah,
A, a pilot has his responsibility to save 170 people on board. I, Similarly, it's you whose impact is changing someone's look of the world.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you're making something that is about to give the best experience of someone else's life.
true.
You know how responsible you are for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, now that you bring this point of view, it's such an amazing thing to, how gratifying it must be for the creator of Fall
Yes.
Guys, or even say PUBG for that matter, or any random kid who came up with an idea of a game and his game crossed, let's say, 10,000 downloads in a week, then a million downloads in a week. That's actually a million people playing your game.
And yes, yes, and I'll tell you a bit about these numbers as well. These
Yeah,
numbers are a lot of times, like just vague or fluffed.
yeah,
And you should not rely on this number. You should not. This number should not be the focus.
true.
I've seen millions of games with 5 million downloads and just 10 active players per day.
Mhm. That is
This
true.
happens.
That's
This is
true.
the truth.
I'll be honest. It happens with my games. I have
Yes,
some
it
games.
happens.
Yeah,
So, it comes from this very responsibility.
yeah, yeah.
It comes from this sense of responsibility. And if have you guys seen the new Netflix series that came out, High Score?
I have
Go
not
watch
seen
it.
High Score. No.
Go watch it, and you will understand how, like, the culture, how designers took inspiration from the present culture, of the present scenario of the world. And uh, that is what drives you. That is what would drive people. People want something that relates to them,
True,
right?
true. Awesome, awesome, Aritra. So, I think I've asked a lot of questions. Now I would like you to just go dive into the comment section and pick any questions that you would like
I
to
am
answer.
okay. I'm on my mobile actually, but I'll just can you just share your screen and show me? I'll just
Okay. Just a sec. I share my screen. A window. Okay. Live stream. All right. Can you see?
yes, I can see.
Okay. All right. A lot of questions.
A lot of questions. Which one do you want me to pick?
Any that you want. So we'll do
All right.
rapid fire things. We'll not spend more than like 10-15 seconds on a single question, and we'll try to answer as fast as we can. So guys,
Can you
what
scroll up? I'm looking at the comments.
the
Where are the questions? Yeah.
comment section go pretty fast.
What is the best option for game development after 12th? Answer, please. Yes. You see, you go and like pick up a specialization. You don't need to like get started with a engine directly. What is your specialization? Is it art? Is it coding? Are you a good programmer at the heart? Can you create great 3D models? Are you good at shading? Are you a technical artist? You're a good, like you love to create tools for artists. Pick up some of the specialization, and it's just a Google away. It's just a Google away to see how you can place yourself. I mean, always ask what skill can you learn right now, and where can you place yourself in a huge team of maybe like Ubisoft or Rockstar. See what their branches are, what their uh, what to say, what is their management, and where can you fit there, and look at their roles. If you search for a job role, it will give you all the responsibilities of that role. So take a look at them and do a bit of research on what can you do about it. Do you need to get a college degree for that role? Do you need to get can you learn it yourself? Can you you know like can you learn it on the internet? Do you need some mentor or guru to do it? It's all a part of self discovery and learning.
Awesome, awesome. So we'll take
Let's see.
five more questions and then we'll end this stream. So that was one question. Second question, Aritra, which one is going to be?
How to get a job at Unity. Yes. So if you go to careers.unity.com, I get asked a lot. I mean, my entire Instagram request is filled with it, so I'm gonna take that question. Um, yeah, so go to careers.unity.com and you'll get a job listing, and you'll see a lot of all the responsibilities you would require, what kind of skills you need, and all of that. And also get a like when you're applying for um, like a multinational company, a company which is outside based out of India. Always make sure you have a work visa for the country you are applying and the role it is, because chances are that is going to be work from home now.
Yeah,
Chances are it will be work from home now. So but you must make sure you have the work visa and also the right skills in place.
right.
And I'll tell you, the hiring process is they pick the best. There are like only 2,900 employees, and each one is like handpicked,
Wow,
kind of a thing.
awesome,
So yes, it is going. So what I'm saying is, it's going to be challenging, and you have to be the best at what you do.
awesome. That's the second question. The third question is going to be
What is the best chatting and voice message asset for multiplayer games, and which plugin would you suggest for? You have the voice plugin for multiplayer on Asset Store, and you can also Photon is really great now, but Unity is working on the netcode, and it will drop soon. Just hold
okay.
on to it. But you can really make multiplayer games. And I'll tell you one thing. Look at Fall Guys. If you look at the blog of Fall Guys, most of the times the studios are working on their own version of netcode. They're making their own multiplayer code because that what lets them manage well. Because when you're doing multiplayer, there's a lot of responsibility in you as well, like the privacy of the player and the privacy of the rooms that you're creating,
Right.
and the entire there's a layer of security, there's a layer of there's a huge architecture behind that netcode that you need to work on. And
Awesome.
in most cases, if you're working on an SDK, if you're like thinking of about building SDK from the root level, go do it. It wouldn't come easy. It wouldn't come easy. But yes, Unity would make it easier for you, and netcode would drop soon.
Awesome. So that's the third question. Now coming on to the fourth question. And Aritra, a lot of people are praising your English. So after this, maybe you could also start a few
Okay.
English lessons for our audience.
Lessons. Okay.
Moving on to the
Uh,
fourth question.
how to get a game dev job in Japan? I'll tell you one thing. I mean, when I was making games, when I was, like working when I was running my own startup called Sliler Interactive. Uh, like there was this RGF international group that reached out, and they had a Unity talent. They are searching for a Unity talent in Japan.
Mhm.
And so I mean, if you're like like be active on social media, be active on LinkedIn, have an amazing portfolio, show the world that you can do amazing things. And yeah, check out this RGF International jobs group, and see if there is any game dev role available in Japan. Again, at any job you have to be your best.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be your best. You have to do like and always make an impactful appearance. It's not like I know these things. Everyone is writing their resume as like, I know these things, take me in. You have to show what is your impact of the career. If there is a decision
Yeah.
you made, if there is a decision you made in your career, if you got in a job, what was the impact you provided? I mean, like if you like you can work with Nikhil, you can work in Nikhil in one of his games,
Yeah.
and you have to mention it in your resume. What was the impact of of Nikhil selecting me to work with his game?
Right.
That is what we are looking for.
Right.
That is what, like, even if I build a company some going forward, if I have a like game studio of my own, I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at your art skills. I'm going to look at your impact,
True.
and not just what you know, because I everyone knows everything. I mean,
Yeah.
like when
Everyone has Google.
everyone would be like, everyone has Google.
Yeah.
Everyone has Google. So like I can join a job and I can like start searching for it, and like I can get it done. But you have to show me what's the impact. What amount of thought, what amount of diligence, what amount of loyalty you are giving to the company, what amount of hard work you're imparting. You have to maintain that. Yeah.
Awesome. Now we will take the final fifth question from the audience,
The
Aritra.
final question.
Yeah,
Okay.
the final
Let's
question.
let's randomly scroll out, and let's
Yeah,
see what we
yeah,
pick
yeah.
up.
Okay. Uh, I will leave it over here.
I'm going to select this question carefully. So
You can let me know if I should scroll more further.
I'm just checking. Is marketing games like AAA title possible in Unity latest? Obviously. And when is Unity networking solution coming out? Soon. Just scroll down a bit. How can you transfer your Unreal knowledge to Unity? There's a whole Unreal blog that states how you can convert your Unreal knowledge to Unity. And yes, practice makes you a better man. Uh, Abhishek Dixit. Yeah, hi Abhishek. Hi. I
Should I
know you
scroll
from
more
Facebook.
down?
Uh, yes. Guys, I'll tell you. Avishek is one of my friends on Facebook, and he's coming up with a YouTube channel where he's planning to, interview a lot of game developers from India.
Mm-hmm.
Where like and So if you make a game, obviously you can ping me, or and I can get you connected with Avishek. This evening I'm going to connect Avishek with all the game developers that I know, and yes, that would be an amazing thing from India as well, because like we are really looking forward to something.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of YouTubers making out tech things,
yeah,
taking out like sharing their knowledge, but like there are a lot of tech tutorials out there on YouTube and Google, but
yeah.
there is no one single platform that showcases the hard work of these developers, and that is what we are hard working to build.
Awesome.
Another question: Does hi, what script language is the best? Can a single guy make a AAA game? Give it a try. You should give it a try.
Awesome, awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
Aritra, I would like to thank you so much for making our
Thank you.
Sunday such a delight. And guys, I would like to also shed some light on Aritra's own YouTube channel. He is also on YouTube. So you
I'll
can,
tell you something about I'll
yeah,
tell you something about my YouTube. My YouTube is like kind of, like I'm getting slow at it because there's a lot of responsibility. Like I mean, like I'm really free on Saturdays and Sundays. So
yeah,
there's a lot of weight on my shoulders, and
yeah,
and I'm also learning a lot of things. In the future, I'll make sure But I'll tell you more. Like there are two social channels where I'm the most active, and I happen to answer a lot of your questions.
Yeah.
In fact, I answer almost all the questions. I like sit down in the weekend. I answer all the questions. So
Wow.
you can just be on my following me on Instagram. I almost post very regularly on my work, on what I'm doing, and you can like ask me anything on my request. Ask me, and I also do ask me anything weekly. So you can do it on my Instagram. I am also a lot active on LinkedIn. So these are
Awesome.
the two social channels where you can find me live and like get me. Like that's my quick access. Uh,
Awesome. I have
yeah.
shown all your social media channels on the stream. So, guys, please go ahead and damn, Aritra, we are not connected on LinkedIn. I,
Oh
I,
no way! I
yeah,
thought you were.
I just
Then
saw
you
it.
should. Then you should. Then you should send me a connection
I,
request.
I did. I just did. I just did.
Okay. Okay.
Cool, 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 cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Aritra, that was an amazing
That
chat.
was amazing, Nikhil. That was amazing for like I really loved it. I really loved like talking to and like getting in touch with everyone who is there.
Yeah.
You guys
So
are awesome. Yeah.
awesome, awesome. Thanks a lot, everyone, for coming on Sunday morning. And, we learned a lot of things. Hopefully, we were able to provide value to you guys. And Larissa, I would like to tell you some numbers from the stream. So we've got a total of 268 likes,
Awesome.
1,894 views till now. And
Yeah.
right now, at this very moment, we have 78 people watching. So huge thanks to all the people who have been through on the stream, and thanks a lot
Yeah.
for connecting. I this was fun. This was a lot of fun. We should do this often, and we
Sure.
should
Definitely.
actually bring more people from the community and host such
Definitely.
streams.
Definitely.
That
Definitely.
would be amazing.
Yeah. We need to take the lead on this and then like
Certainly, certainly, certainly.
awesome.
Okay,
Awesome.
guys, thanks a lot for being such an amazing audience. And if you liked Aritra's stream, press the like button. Follow Aritra on all his social media channels. I have all the links down there in the description. Hope you guys loved the stream, and that's it for this video. If you like the stream, press the like button. If you're finding my channel for the first time, press the subscribe button and press the bell icon so you don't miss another video from my channel. I am a game developer. I make a lot of games, and so is Aritra.
Yes.
Huge thanks to everyone for joining us on a Sunday morning. I'll see you guys in the next stream and some other time again with a collab opportunity with Aritra. That's it for this video. Let's meet some other day.